How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Going Medieval. I hope you're having a good one because I'm excited to be back. Things are going pretty well here in Thatcham, despite Uthra getting hurt a little bit in the last episode. If you haven't seen that, by the way, do check out parts 1 and 2 of this series. I am absolutely in love with Going Medieval. It's a game that, I don't know if I mentioned this in part 1, but it kind of came up out of nowhere. I saw 1 or 2 people playing it, and I thought, you know what? It looks kind of like my kind of thing, and I'm glad I checked it out. I'm also kind of glad I gave it a month between first playing it and then sitting down to do some stuff with it for the channel, because that just seemed to be the right thing to do. You know, I kind of got to grips with it and then became a little bit less familiar with it, and here we are again playing it once again. Although I don't think I've mentioned in any of the first 2 parts that this series thus far is being recorded about a month before it's actually going up on YouTube. So there might be a couple of updates to the game that don't apply to what I'm playing right now. Just for context, at the minute for me, it's the 31st of July. So I don't know when this is going out. I have no idea. So there might be an update or maybe 2 for this game by the time this goes out. But just so you know, it's the link in the video description as always to the game on Steam if you want to check it out and see kind of where it is in relation to what I'm doing. Anyway, I think the goal for today is going to be to try and get this building finished, and I also want to go ahead and build a couple of, a couple of shrines, because we have these 2 shrines here. And my thinking is that my people are probably going to be a fair bit happier if they have got some shrines. So let's go ahead and do something about that. Let's come down here. Let's put a bit of wall there. And that's going to be a dividing wall. I don't know how big these shrines actually are either. So this guy is pretty small. This guy is also, pretty small. So let's do this, and let's do, this. Let's go in and do this, and we'll sort of come over a little bit, maybe 5 there, and about 5 there, and we'll just come around a bit, and, we'll throw some doors on that as well. Just something like this, nice and simple. It's nothing too fancy, but it's just a little bit of something for, the shrines. Those are also different sizes, aren't they? They absolutely are. You need to go there, and then I need to cancel just that section of wall right there. So that can all go away. We'll cancel you as well. We'll cancel you because I've put things in the wrong places. Bring that straight down, and it's a bit of a weird layout, but that's kind of okay. So door right there, window there and there, and we'll do a couple of windows on the back as well, just to brighten the place up a little bit, and that should be fine. That'll kind of be the shrines, I guess. In terms of flooring, I mean, something nice and simple. And then in terms of a roof and all of that, again, going to be relatively simple with just a bit of thatch going right about there. And in terms of anything else, we can just go ahead and put in some lights. We'll do one there, and that should be more than enough. And that'll cheer people up a little bit. They do have religious needs. They do, want to go and pray and all that stuff. So having this in here is going to let them do that. It's going to let them be that little bit happier. It's going to let them just, chill, basically. And that's kind of what we want them doing. Now, let's have a look at research, because we do have some things available to us. Brewing, as I think I've mentioned before, would be great, but I think furniture is going to be more important, so that's what we're going to go ahead and unlock. Because what we can do now is we can go in and we can remove these hay sleeping spots, which, as nice as they are, they're definitely going to need to be removed. This right here is a nightmare. This room right here, those beams across the ceiling are terrible. But let's go ahead and just remove that hay sleeping spot as well. Because what we can do is put in some proper wooden hay beds. And those are just going to be a little bit better, I think. So one right there. We can do one right there. We can get rid of that and do one right there. And we can do one right there. And those will be better for everybody. Those are just going to cheer them up that little bit more and make them that little bit happier. And then looking at this stuff as well, proper wooden chairs, wooden bookshelves, which is kind of cool, and weapon racks as well. All stuff that I absolutely want to get my hands on. But I'm also realizing I don't think we actually have all that much wood, so let's go ahead and chop down some trees. I'm going to say that I want to chop them down way down here, though. I know that's very far away, but I want to keep some forests near, you know, what I'm building here. So we'll have everybody head out. They'll eventually start chopping down some trees and everything will eventually be okay. Uthrid is also almost fully healed, which is lovely. We've got, what is this? Got some flax going. We've got some herbs going. We've got some tall grass going. We'll eventually have some red currant shrubs going. And we've just started to get some cabbage going as well. So that's nice. That's always a good thing. Hopefully, we'll see some people come down here and start chopping down trees as well. But so far, so good. I can't really complain. We got the final touches going into some places as well. This right here is waiting on some... Wow, those beds take 40 bits of wood. That's actually a lot more than I thought. I'm not going to lie. That is, that is a fair bit more than I thought. But, well, whatever, I guess. Let's see. In terms of plant cutting, I kind of want to set you to level 1 plant cutting just to see if I can get you to go out and actually start chopping down some more trees. So what are you doing at the minute? You're coming down here. You're actually harvesting. Okay, that's not quite what I meant, but it looks like you're going down to, yeah, chop down some trees. So that's fine. So yeah, construction's going to take a second because we've got to get Cassandra cutting down the plants as well, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Things are going to be a little bit slower, but once we get these built, it's going to be great. Although, what do these guys need? A lot of wood. Okay, well, that's kind of to be expected, I suppose. What are you sleeping on? Oh, you've actually got a proper bed. Nice. So Cassandra's probably going to be a little bit happier than everybody else. I would imagine. I mean, you're sleeping under the stars in a proper bed, so it's kind of like, you know, these guys are warm-ish, and they're under a roof-ish, but Cassandra is in a proper bed. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the benefit's necessarily going to be there. If we actually click on that, it doesn't have any info or anything like that. There's no... Oh, hold on a minute. It's connected to a stable structure. Yes, nearby furniture is that thing. I don't really know. I don't know if it is beneficial or not. I'm going to be honest. I've got no idea, but sure, I guess. Uthrid over here. Doing good work as always. Almost done with the farming. Although I imagine he's going to have to come back to it at some point. But I'm curious to see what he ends up doing here. So he is harvesting resources. That's kind of what you want to see. So he's getting some berries. He ruined the harvest. Good job, lad. Really? Okay, well, I got that one at least. So yeah, we have some berries coming together. And he's going to go get more as well, apparently. I guess you can't be bad to it, you know? You can't be bad to it. He's getting food for everybody, even if he is ruining some of the harvests. He's getting a little bit going. And that is kind of what we need, I guess. Although I would really like Cassandra to go down and chop down some more trees. I'm not gonna lie. It would be kind of nice. Let me have a look here at jobs again. So Uthrid will do plant cutting. I think he might just be prioritizing everything that's nearby, which, to be fair, I think we are getting a bit low on food. Those are iron nuggets. What is this? Stew, herbs, simple healing kits, linen cloth, mushrooms. Yeah, we might actually be kind of low on food right now, which is probably something to be really worried about, thinking about it. Not gonna lie, that is probably something that we should be concerned about, but I guess we're not. Having a look at research, though, we are actually very close to being able to get brewing, which I think will cheer people up, won't it? you know, going into good old brewing. Wooden weaponry would be nice as well. Let's see here. Decorative structures. Decorative banners. Meh. Brewing. I think brewing is kind of what we're going to want. So if we have a look here, that's those decorative things. Looking in here, we do have a brewing station though. So I kind of wonder, I almost wonder if it'd be worth changing this up a little bit. So here's my thinking, right? If I go into construction and I do a wall there and a wall right there, I can do a couple of walls there, and that's going to give me a room here, which is going to be for butchering. And then this down here would be for research. But we're already doing research, so I'm going to cancel that one for now. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a door right there, and I'm going to put a door right there. And then I should be able to go ahead and say that this is going to be a brewing room. So that'll be fine, I think. That will give us research over here, which is admittedly outside, but that's okay. That'll give us butchering, and that'll give us brewing. And that'll turn those into individual workshops as well, which I think is kind of what we want. So that should work out nicely. I think that'll be pretty good. We kind of just need the resources. That's kind of where we're at. The trees down here are not getting chopped down enough. I mean, you're capable of plant cutting. The thing with plant cutting, though, is... So, harvesting. Harvest crops from fields and the wilderness. And then that's cutting plants and chopping trees. My thinking on that, though, is like... Is cutting plants and chopping trees... Does that... I have to imagine... You know what? I feel like everyone can be level 1 on that. We're going to take that risk. Because we really need these trees to go. We really do. And Goldina's coming down to do it as well. So that's going to help construction just speed up a little bit. Otherwise, Cassandra's going to end up being the only one that goes down and actually does any of the chopping and the construction. And that's kind of going to be an issue. So now we get 2 people down here doing that. We're going to have plenty of sticks around, but also plenty of wood as well. So all of this can eventually get built, which is kind of a big deal. So that'll get done. And then this will get done. So that will be religious needs are going to be sorted. In terms of production, we're going to have actual, meat coming in as well as beer. Although thinking about it, I'm pretty sure... Are we even growing anything that can be used for beer? Because we do need barley, right? Are we using anything else for... Carrots. I think carrots would be something worth growing. So barley is apparently going to be the main thing. Yeah, so we're going to need barley, and I think we're probably going to want to grow carrots as well. So let's do a carrot field right here. And we'll do a sort of 9 by, maybe not a 9 by 3. We'll change that up a little bit. Let's actually do these fences first. So that I can kind of get a better idea of what's going on. Because I want the fence to come up from here. And then go to here. I also want it to come up from that spot. And go like this. I do want the corners in there. And then I think what we'll do is we'll cancel this bit in the middle. I'm also going to get rid of you. That'll let people kind of in through those spaces. And what I can go ahead and do is say carrots can go here. And it's not going to be the biggest of fields. Well, 3 by 12 is pretty respectable. And then barley can grow next to it. And then this thing I'm going to deconstruct. And I guess what I could do is ever so slightly shrink the stockpile down a little bit. and then we can reconstruct the campfire just inside, which is maybe a little bit nuts, but that's kind of what I'm thinking we're going to do with it. So that way we have these 2 fields, we have the extra fences, we have the campfire inside, and that should keep everything pretty good. I'm also wondering, can we maybe get Cassandra? Although I imagine you're probably going to go to sleep, right? No, you are going to go to sleep. Okay. I would kind of like to start getting rid of some of these beds, I'm not going to lie. Because I think, you know, let's start moving people into the actual bedrooms rather than having them sleeping in the stockpile. We'll turn this into a bit of a nicer space. Well, we'll let them sleep in nicer spaces, I guess. Now, what exactly are you guys doing? Some of you seem to be making stuff. What is that? Ooh, stew. All right. So they are still using this. They are still making food, which is great. And then down this way, this has all been chopped down as well, which is beautiful news. So Cassandra's managed to take that down. Can I get you to prioritize constructing the campfire, please? Because if I can get you doing that, then we can continue making food, which is going to be really, really important. And then I also want you to prioritize working on the beds so that we can start moving people out of this space. Because that's going to be the next big step, because these guys are all done minus the beds. So we'll see how that goes. Uthred's doing a fantastic job here as always. Good old reliable Uthred. Campfire's done. We'll get this going for... Let's just do that forever. Actually, no. Let's do this until we have 20. So there'll be enough meals for everybody. Enough for 5 meals for everybody. And that should keep them relatively happy. Prioritize that hay bed as well, please. If you wouldn't mind. That way we can get rid of another one of these sleeping spots in here. And we're getting close. We are getting close to having this whole space done. It's just that nobody else is any good at construction. I mean, we've got you at level 3. You at level 9? Wait, that is Cassandra. Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Level 8 for Allison. And level 5. You know what? Let's let Allison do construction, because Allison is actually also has that passion, you know? So having 2 people doing construction, both with passion for it, seems like a pretty good setup, you know? Let them both sort of level up as time goes by, and let them both sort of, you know, get this all done. Wait, is that done? Oh, it is. Okay. Let's just butcher forever. We don't have anything to butcher right now, but, you know, that's fine. We'll butcher that rabbit. We got you guys that we can butcher. We got all of you that we can butcher. We got you. What is that? Wait, what is that a wolf? That is a wolf. Let's not do that. You also just got an achievement called Wabbit Season, and I completely approve of this. I do completely approve of this. Let's butcher all of you. All right, so that'll be a lot of hunting going on, but that's also gonna be that's gonna be good. That is gonna be good because it means that we can start, you know, making better things eventually. Right now, we can only just make meals using whatever cooking materials we have, but I would imagine that as time goes by, we're gonna be able to make better meals using better ingredients, which is kind of the hope anyway. We'll see how that goes, but I would imagine that that's what's going to happen. We'll also just harvest all of this to get all those berries. That way everybody can keep, you know, just eating berries like, I don't know, something that eats berries. I had something in my mind there. I had a, oh, I know where my mind was going with that. So I don't know if you've ever played a game called Ark Survival Evolved, but in Ark Survival Evolved, when you eat a lot of berries or eat a lot of anything generally, your character poops. That is a mechanic in that game, and it has a great sound effect with it as well. It's absolutely ridiculous, but yeah, that is a thing. In Ark Survival Evolved, your character poops, especially if you eat a lot of berries. So I like to imagine that's what's going on in this game. You know, everyone's just running around. It's sort of reached an equilibrium, if you will. I'm not going to expand upon that idea any further. You can kind of figure it out yourself what I mean by reached an equilibrium, but it's not a pleasant thought, is all I'm going to say. It's definitely a rough mental image is what that is. But what's not a rough mental image is the fact that we have bedrooms. So let's go ahead and just deconstruct these sleeping spots completely. Let everybody move into their bedrooms, and that'll hopefully cheer them up a little bit. And then all of this still needs to be done, but, you know, in time that'll happen. Allison's off hunting. Cassandra's off constructing. Goldina is off researching. Actually, in terms of research, we have 7 available. What's the next thing that I'm going to want, I guess? Probably food preservation? Actually, no, probably wooden weaponry. Maybe smelting as well. I don't actually know. There's a lot of things that we could do. There really are a lot of things that we could do here. Clay bricks. I mean, those are all going to cost me a little bit. Tailoring is certainly an idea. I think food preservation is kind of the thing that we're going to want. I don't know if I want traps or not. Armor would be nice. Cooking would be nice. Lavish meals. Yeah, I think food is kind of the angle that we're going to need, because that leads to chemistry as well, which gets us an apothecary, which leads to distilling, which lets us get spirits. Fermenting lets us get vinegar. Furniture 2 gets us some other stuff. Storage, for example. Preserving food 2 lets us do packaged meals. Steel gives us steel, axes, swords. There's a lot of cool stuff we can do here. But I think the brewing is certainly going to keep them nice and happy, at the very least. Well, I say happy. It's going to keep them nice and drunk, at the very least, which, you know, being drunk and being happy are often, you know, it's a rough line to go down. But yeah, being drunk and being happy can often sort of overlap a little bit. Now, we can make beer with barley and herbs. We can make ale with barley. I'm going to say let's make ale, and let's just do that until we have, how many people have we got? 4. So let's do, so there's 3 bottles of ale for everybody. And then rough wine, I'm just going to do until we have like 8. Because that is going to use some of our berries, and I don't want to use too many of those. But, you know, we'll see how that ends up going, is what we'll do. We'll definitely see how that ends up going. We also have a bit of butchering going on. Actually, we have a good amount of butchering going on. We have a good amount of meat in there, which is lovely. This isn't so bad, I've got to be honest. We got proper bedrooms. We've got this going on. We get construction happening. We've got how much wood down here? 511, which I think is probably enough to finish all of our construction. And then we just don't have defenses, which is terrifying. But you know, that's fine, I guess. Not having defenses. I don't really know how to feel about that. Ooh, summer appeared like a warm blessing, coaxing the settlers to shed their warm clothing. Now was the time to build underground storage to keep food fresh in the sunny days to come. Oh. Oh no. Okay. That's something I hadn't considered, I'm not gonna lie. So we need underground storage. What about this area over here? So what if I was to go ahead and say that I want to chop down all of this, right? I want to completely just clear all of this. So that little tree is going to go. Okay. I think I have an idea. So if I go into mining and I go here, right? And I go to here, I can clear out that entire space. And then I can build stairs down into it. I can put sort of an entrance over here. Let me cancel those bits. And we'll see how that ends up going. I'm not thrilled that we're going to have Goldina doing mining rather than research, but that's just going to have to be the way of it, I guess. But we can mine this out. We can go underground with it. And that should be fine. I guess it's going to be colder underground than it is going to be above ground. And I mean, I guess that makes sense. Warm summer days and all that. It's 25.2 degrees outside. It's 27.6 inside. It's 17.1 inside there. So yeah, I think it's fair to say that it's going to be a pretty warm summer. We also have these rooftops ready to go on, which is lovely news. Let's also turn off the room overlays there. Actually, no. Oh, this isn't a finished room yet. That's why it's not actually got an overlay. Well, that makes sense. Cassandra, can I get you to maybe finish that over here? So those are going on. And that is now a spare room. What? Why is that a spare room? Why is it not a workshop? Bedroom, shared bedroom, great hall. Hello. Oh my god. That's kind of cool. So, at least one table. At least 6 chairs, 8 banners, 4 torches. Interesting. Minimum grid space area is 50. How do I make a workshop? At least 1 armorer's table, blacksmith. Wait, this might not count as a... Oh. So this might not count as a workshop at all. Blacksmith, forge, workbench, stonemason, sewing station. This might not count at all, yeah. I also don't think the butcher thing counts at all either. But that's fine. Let's see. So Church of Restitution wall decoration. I don't think I have wall decorations either. Hold on a minute. So miscellaneous. Those are the banners. That's leisure. That's... Yeah, so none of those are actually wall decorations for this at all. Unfortunately. What? That's bookshelves. Weapons racks, chairs. I mean, I guess I could put, you know, a bookshelf there and there. I don't think these necessarily count, but we'll put them in anyway. So this doesn't count as anything over here, and neither does this, unfortunately. That kind of sucks, man. I'm a little annoyed at that. But, well, I guess it is what it is. Shared bedrooms can be a thing as well if we need them to be. I would like a great hall, I'm not going to lie. A great hall would be kind of cool. A library, basic research table, and bookshelves. That'd be kind of cool as well. The workshop would have been really nice. A stove. Oh, so we can turn that into a kitchen over there. So a stove, a pottery shelf, and a butchering table, but I don't have a stove right now, do I? No. Well, we can renovate this eventually. That's fine. We can build a library in time as well and move the research stuff over into that. In fact, we could probably do that. We could start working on that now, to be completely honest. So let's pause for a second, and let's go and do this. Let's go and do, I guess, something like this. And we'll bring this kind of down. That actually needs to go one further over. So it kind of needs to go there. Right, so that's fine. We can do the research table kind of right in the middle of all of that. And if I have a look at it again, library is used. So research table and then 2 bookshelves. So I'm thinking we're going to do the regular bookshelves because they're kind of cool looking. So we can kind of go and do 1, 2, 3 like that. And then I think we could do, I could actually just block this entire space off, but I'm going to do 3 like that. And then I'm going to put a couple there and there. In fact, I will do this as well, because I think that's just going to look cool. Then for the structure, the door goes right in the middle. The windows go there and there and there. And then we don't have any on the sides. And that'll be a library, is what that'll be. It's a fair chunk of material, but that's all right. We can do that as well. And that's, yeah, that'll be our library. It'll take a little while to build, but it will at least boost the speed of research, which is great news, by at least 20%. I don't know if it'll have any bonuses because it's in a library or not. Why are settlers becoming annoyed? Deprived of religious activities, desperately thirsty, ugly apparel, bit tired, slightly hungry. They are getting a bit miserable, aren't they? I guess the good news is that we're working towards getting them the religious stuff. And I think what I might do once Cassandra is no longer horribly tired is I might prioritize working on this thing. So prioritize constructing that shrine is what I want you to do. Because if I can get you to do that, and maybe Allison as well, although you are not doing too good, but I'm going to wake you up anyway. You're not going to be thrilled at getting woken up, but if I can get you to both prioritize those shrines, then they can at least go and pray, which is hopefully going to let them be that little bit happier. And that's kind of the plan. That's kind of the hope. That's kind of hopefully what we're going to see. And yeah, that thing's coming together pretty well. So we'll get that done, which is great. And we'll prioritize that one, which Allison's already doing, so that's fine. So yeah, that should make everybody a bit happier if they want to go and pray at that particular shrine. I don't know how effective it's going to be, but it should make them a bit happier. And what I can also do is I can go in here. I can grab some stairs and I can say, give me a flight of stairs there and there. And that's going to be how we get down into the underground area, which eventually, so we can sort of do this, right? So we can see underground. We can go deeper. And that's kind of what I'm thinking we're going to have to do. We're going to go pretty deep underground here for storage. But right now, we've got everybody praying, which is hopefully going to cheer them up a little bit. So having a look at you. Religious activities are sorted. Your overall mood is, well, it's better. Oh, hello. When Anwind arrived, his bones were prominent and his hair fell out in clumps. Thatcham people stared at this wretched, starving soul. Desperation was writ on Anwin's face, and he pleaded, would you take him in? Yes, yes, we will. Even if it is a little bit risky. Now, Anwind is probably starving, which is fair. Yeah, absolutely starving. So we'll let you go and get some food. I'm not sure what you're doing. You're getting some food. Okay, so Anwind has got some food. I think what we're going to have to do is set up a shared bedroom. So let's get one of these guys. We'll put it there. And we'll actually set up a couple of shared bedrooms just there, just in case we get more people later down the line. But the good news is that gives us a 5th settler. So if we go into job, well, we've got to manage first. All weapons, all shields, all headgear, all armor, all apparel. In terms of jobs, you are fantastic at mining. You are fantastic at research. So that's good. You are pretty capable with plant cutting. You are not so capable with hunting, so we'll kind of leave it be. Decent at construction. You are pretty good at harvesting. Well, growing and harvesting. So that's fine. Cooking, you're not very good at. Crafting doesn't really matter. Smithing is whatever. Carpentry, you are not bad at. In fact, who is our best carpenter? Is it going to be the new guy? It is actually going to be the new guy. Okay. Tailoring is going to be you. And then those can be priority 1 as well. So there we go. We've immediately got Anwind off to work, which is lovely. He's ruined a harvest there, which I'm not thrilled about, but sure. At least he's doing a little bit of harvesting, I guess. And, you know, we've got all this going on as well. So this is fine. This is good. This is a good start. We have 5 settlers. We have no enemies that are apparently en route, so that's all right. Let me just have you go and prioritize making that bed, please. Because I do think having that extra bed is gonna be really important. That's gonna be really, really important. Making sure that nobody's sleeping on the ground. And then on top of that, also the barley as well. That's kind of a big deal. But once we get the barley, we can start making booze. Wait, what are you doing? Oh, okay. So yeah, once we get the barley, we can start making booze. We can start cheering everybody up a little bit with that. Everybody has a bed. Everybody has a weapon. So, to be honest, I'm feeling pretty good about this.